Hello y'all, I got an oldie but a goodie today with the Zero Tolerance 0470 by Dmirty Zinkevich. This comes in CPM 20 CV for the blade, titanium body, frame lock, carbon fiber inlay which is marbled, very stunning. Frame lock is also very nice, great detent, great action. Drop shut as you'd expect. I'll get to a few nitpicks about the frame lock later though. More about the design. It does have contoured edges with milling, which is very nice. You don't really feel the milling, but it does add some extra and needed grip. This knife fits perfect in my hands. It's like it was made for me. How it splits between the edges of my fingers. And then there is the titanium pocket clip as well. It's not deep carry, but I do not mind that too much. It actually came in handy when I had a band-aid on this finger. I just pulled it out like this instead of fidgeting around with the side and anything else. Obviously a flipper tab. It's a minimal flipper though. Good jimping at least. And there's jimping on the top of the blade as well, but like you could see there, I didn't grip it well enough or push down hard enough. It does require a little bit of strength to push down, but if you get it right, it's hard to misfire. And then obviously, or not obviously, but in Kershaw and CT fashion, it has KVT ball bearings inside. Very smooth. Helps with the descent, like I said, but just make sure to keep them clean or it will be a pain in your butt. The hardware is oxidized in a black finish. I do believe this was the second iridation, I don't know, whatever, second version of the 470. The first version did not have a little torque screw in this pivot. And I believe, I'm not sure which model, but this model only has milling on this part, not the frame lock, and then milling over here on the full show side. I already said 20 CVV blade, 3.4 inches. I'll get some comparisons in a second. Cutting edge is actually 3.4 inches, almost 3.5. The handle, about 4.25. Such a compact blade in a mid-sized knife package. Like I said, I'll show you some comparisons in a bit. It's 3.2 ounces. The handle's 4.4 inches, like I just showed you. I guess I'll get to the comparisons before I get to the nitpicks. I don't have many titanium knives. This is the only other OEM titanium knife. This is the Cubist Invert. Very good deal. It's a 14C 28 blade, bead blasted titanium, and a liner lock inside instead of a frame lock. Still a great detent, and it does have a front flipper, which is nice. The one thing I wanted to show you is how close these two blades are. The mini Crooked River and the new 470. The 470 actually has a few millimeters advantage on the mini Crooked River, which is insane to me. The mini Crooked River is a really big knife for the name mini inside of it. Then we have the bug out, full size. It's actually bigger than the bug out blade and the handle. Handle's just a few millimeters bigger. They both fit in your hand just great, but like I said, this Kershaw just seems to seam into my hand, melt in my hand, whatever you want to call it. two more here really quick. The Cambria is the closest knife I have. Cambria 2 ProTech. The cutting edge and blade length is almost identical. Cambria actually looks a little more longer. And then lastly, my biggest knife, our biggest pocket knife, the Cold Steel AD-15 Light. Look at the bladeless cutting length, at least, or specifically the cutting length. Only a few millimeters off, and then this huge handle, if that doesn't tell you how compact this blade is. I'm very impressed, but now let's get to the nitpicks. Being my first titanium frame lock, I was not aware if you hold on too tightly while trying to open it, it will not open. You need to either let go of the frame lock or keep your fingers away from it, and then it'll be easy. Just like the left hand, keep your thumb off the frame lock, and then it just flicks open pretty easily. Next up, this flipper tab. It's very minimal, like I said. It does have good jimping, but you can slide off of it, and if you don't put enough force, it can mess up, but it's so smooth it still came out just like you saw. The flipper tab also acts as a protection for your thumb here when you're closing it, but it's not much of a protection. If you're too low here like now, you'll miss the flipper tab and it will close right on your thumb. It's happened a few times already, but it hasn't cut me yet, so you gotta really start up closer to make sure that flipper tab touches your thumb. And that's about it. I do enjoy the knife. I won't be getting rid of it, and I can't forget to mention there's this hardened steel stop pin in here for the frame lock to prevent over travel. Also, this pivot here helps with that, preventing over travel. Hope you guys enjoyed. It's a little longer review than I planned on, but have a good day.